Hello, family. Well, I just wanted to share something with you guys about fear today and something that God, I think, shared with me. Um, for those of you that know me, know that I lost my husband about a year ago, and we had been married for 34 years, and so, like, all the time that I was an adult. Um, And so he had a heart attack about 5 years ago. And I remember after that heart attack, like I was very afraid, and I would be like, tell him like, I don't want to do this because I'm afraid you'll have another heart attack. And he looked at me and he was like, I am not going to do this with you. You need to let go of that fear. Like that is not from God, and you need to let go of it. And and I remember, like, I just let go of it. Like, okay, I let it go. And I wasn't afraid. I mean, there was different times a little bit of fear crept in, but like I didn't live in fear. And as a result, like we enjoyed 5 other years of life together. And I'm really grateful for that. And, when I let go of that fear, I mean, there's obviously a lot of verses in the Bible that talk about fear. And when I let go of that fear, I felt like, and then when Bill died of a heart attack, in a way, like at the time, for sure, I felt God's presence, God's sovereignty, God's peace. And a lot of other things like that. And then as I start going through the process, it's a lot more painful than I anticipated. And I realized just like yesterday, a little tricked by God. Like, okay, I let go of that fear, and then that thing actually happened, and it's very painful. So, kind of, what was the trick there? And I felt like God was saying to me, just because I tell you not to fear doesn't mean that that thing won't happen, or that that thing that you fear will, whichever way, like it may happen. However, like at the same time, like, and it's going to be painful, like more painful than what I couldn't have imagined it was that painful. However, I was encouraged by reading Romans 8, and it talks about what shall separate us from the love of God. And it goes on to list those things, and I actually have a different verse up right now. But I was reading through that, and I was like, okay, am I living in fear right now, or am I actually living like trusting God still loves me? Even though this hurts, God still loves me. Nothing is going to separate me from Him. And then in Psalm 136, if you've ever read it, it's a little dull, I think, because it just keeps going on. Oh, give thanks to God, for His mercy endures forever. To Him who alone does great wonders, for His mercy endures forever. To Him who by wisdom made the heavens, for His mercy endures forever. So the whole psalm, it just keeps going. His mercy endures forever, every other line. And I was reading that today, and I was like, wow, His mercy endures even when it hurts. And like who He is isn't going to take away the pain, and it isn't going to take away the hard things. And those things that we fear may happen. However, His mercy is going to endure through it. His love is going to be there even when we don't feel it, or it's different than what we expected, or it's shown to us in ways that we didn't necessarily want. It is nonetheless there. I want to show you one other thing here real quick. This is my new boat. Yeah, it doesn't look much like a boat, does it? And funny enough, it comes with this instruction, like, don't use until you read the instructions. Of course, I don't have the instructions yet. I guess they're being shipped in a different package. Um, but at any rate, the new boat cracks me up because today when I was praying that verse where it says that we are more than conquerors through Christ, I was like, Lord, I feel so defeated. And if I'm more than a conqueror, I want to see that. And I felt like at that moment, like I had been living like this boat, kind of uninflated, just being pushed around, just kind of being on the tide. And and God gave me a little oar. I don't have a big oar yet. And it's not like, oh, I don't hurt anymore. I'm just so miraculously wonderful now. But I have a little oar, and I feel like, like, okay, I can actually go a little place right now. And I want to encourage us, like, we are going to walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Like, we're going to have that at some point in life. And even in the pit of despair, there's going to be a rescue. And it might, sometimes it's bigger than us. It's bigger than us. And we can have confidence in the unknown, and we can walk with our brothers and sisters who maybe they're having a great faith time right now. So, love you guys, and I want to pray real quick. Jesus, thank you for your presence. It is not what we expect. You're not predictable, but you are good. Amen.